Hello and welcome to a guy's guide to handshakes and high fives. Joining me today is my colleague Jack. Come in, Jack. And now, watch as I do this. Give me a handshake. And that's step one, the normal handshake. This handshake can be done a number of ways. And by that I mean with your right hand, and for your left-handers, with the left hand. Now, it's simple to know when someone wants one of these handshakes. The signs are simple. If they approach you with their hand like this, in this curvature, then they want a regular handshake. And what you need to do is with the same hand, you need to bring it out in the same curvature, interlock it with the other person's, and grip. The firmer the grip, the more assertive it is. If you're approaching a business meeting, you want your grip to be tight, but not too tight that it hurts the other person's hand.
Youchies!
But if this is just a handshake with friends, you might go for a bit of a looser grip, as to not seem bossy. Now, with the regular handshake, you could have a bit of issues. For example, going too high, you will hit someone in the chest and hurt them. Going too low, you might hit someone in the stomach and hurt them. And in the small chance that you may accidentally confuse this for the high five, they may grip onto nothing. Bad! Now, on to the next handshake, the ball handshake. And this one you have to be very careful of, because if you do this wrong, you will be embarrassed and then you will die. Now, this one is very easy to find as well. They will approach your hand in this angle with this curvature. Now, from here, there are a number of ways you can go. You can go the slide and the twinkle, the shake and let go. There are a number of ways that this can go wrong. For example, once you're in this position, they could be going for a shake and let go, but you go for a twinkle. Very embarrassing. Another way that this could go wrong, before the handshake even starts, they could be going in a ball grip, and you could be going in a regular grip. And then you end up grabbing them very weirdly. Bad! But the worst kind of handshake of all time, the secret handshake. Now this one has so many ways that it can go wrong that it can't be counted on a human finger. For example, you might go in for a handshake, but they think you're doing your secret handshake. And then they actually go, and you grip, and then they come back with a backhand, and now your hand hurts.
Ouchies!
In order to avoid this, clarify with them beforehand. Look, I notice you put your hand out like you want a regular handshake, but I just want to clarify. Do you want a regular handshake or a secret handshake? Now, there are a number of ways that this can go, and that number is 2. They could say they want a normal handshake, in which you proceed with a normal handshake. But they could also say they want a secret handshake, and that's when you return. Bam! 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 Kablamo! And then everything is awesome. Now, there's one last type of handshake, and this one is quite possibly the most deadly. The head handshake. Now, in this one, the signs are easy, but very deadly. For example, if I walk up to someone, "Hey, Jack," and then he puts his head forward. Now, there are 2 different meanings to this. Number 1 is he wants a head handshake. Number 2, he's bowing down to you because he finally respects that you're superior to him and he sucks. Let's assume that this is number 1 and he wants a head handshake. Now, you bob your head forward in the same manner and shake it up and down, in a rubbing-like motion. And that is how you've achieved the head handshake. But the reason this is the most deadly of all is because of the head high five. Let me show you. Now bob your head forward. Now, what I do is the same thing, except instead of shaking my head up and down, and this could hurt, depending on how hard you do it. And now you're an expert on high fives and handshakes. Please give a warm welcome to my Jack friend, and he is going now. I hope you know everything you need to know about doing the handshake and the high five. Goodbye, all. The reason this is deadly is because the head high five hurts.